Okay, how you doing? Good to talk to you again, I guess. Thanks for joining me. I just want to say, the video I made this morning, I feel very prophetic because of what I'm about to show you. As always, if you watch the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So we got these two here. They're getting a little hostile. It's good to see men and women getting at it again. We need to have more kids in our country, from what the numbers are saying, what Elon Musk says. So here it is. I put the video together, and it's a good thing I did because the hallway is like trapped inside now. You can't even see it. There's a few things you can't see. Way inside behind that door is the hallway. That red, if you can see it in there. But this is the bedroom. I like the bedrooms way better. You can see the bed in there, and then stuff on the wall, and then we got the couch. This guy, he looks like he might be in a little bit of trouble. If you just look at the way she's standing and he's hanging in there, and we got something on the wall. So we have to keep him in our prayers, I think. This is the bathroom. This is the best look I can give you. It's like the one we had before. If you look at the video from this morning, um, I don't know what to say. Your bathroom, you don't want people looking in there. The whole thing's enclosed. You can't even, well, maybe, no, nothing. And then this is the other bedroom. So you got two bedrooms. Pretty cool. If this was something you were renting out. Got the window in the corner now. You got these two here. I think they're trying to get to know each other over here. We got a bed. Um, Put in the comments, do you think the beds look good laying down that? Should I put like I don't know, feet underneath them? Lift them up a hair? Look at the Autobot tag on the wall there. I got that in my Hitman. He gave me there was an Autobot tag there. I love it. I actually have a Decepticon shirt, so it's funny. Um, these people got the Larry O'Brien. They had the highest bid at the auction, so the Larry O'Brien is in her bedroom. Beautiful, beautiful. So this here, I put this back together. If you look at the video this morning, I ripped that off of there. If you look in, we got them sitting in there again. And then I'm going to try something here. If you look in there, you can see the girl standing in the hallway there. The blockhead's in the hallway, so that down there, that's the hallway. Um, I had no idea when I started doing this that I would be closing all this in. They're like trapped in there. I couldn't get them out if I had to. So that's what we got. It's crazy. But you can see it there with the light. I do believe I have an answer to some of my lighting issues as well. Um, I got I was working at an apartment, and I found something there light related that I think might work. So I don't want to. It's a tease. I can't give any more information. But putting that the girl with the broom and the hat on, putting her back in place was a nightmare. And then we got these two here. So that was nice. It was easier to put those two in. And then I've got the table moved away. I told you earlier I wanted to move it away from the window. So this whole thing, I actually ripped the top off of here. I got the entire floor on there. I'll show it to you. And then the other guy, where is he? There's the other guy. So they're sitting at the table. They got everything in order there. That's the door that goes into the first floor apartment right there. And then you can see built out. The whole bottom is blue. I got the first level of gray on there, and that's what it looks like. So I guess I'm going with the yellow at this point. I kind of like the way it looks, and I'll be interested to see how it looks with this top part on here. I want to just go through and make sure. Oh, that's doing as little possible work as I have to, so you can see how that is. You gotta, I can't not integrate the corner, so I had to do that. Interesting looking. But this is going to completely cover all of this, obviously. These two will connect. I put that window there. So this is the downstairs hallway. Let me show you this. I got to cover those holes right there, but I put a door in so you can walk. Actually, that red down there. Whoops, my bad. That red you see inside the door, that's the hallway floor. And then I put some plugs there. I might put that Trump picture up there. I'm not sure. or something anyways. And then you can see they're in there. And then what I did is I put 2 holes in the door, the elevator. So from the hallway you can walk in there, and then from this hallway you can walk in there. And you've been at places where elevators have doors on both sides. That's really the concept there. I gotta tell you, man, getting this elevator to work will be difficult. I mean, the base is down. Well, as long as you make the mechanism work, but I don't see how I could ever put somebody in there. And making a door for this side, very difficult, very difficult. But we'll see, these stuff can all be taken apart. I'm looking forward to using some of that new stuff I got to add on to that. And then what I think I'm going to have to do, unfortunately, all good things come to an end, I guess. I'm running out of those black spindles. So I have, let me see if I can see the railing there inside the basketball court. That look right there. I know that's the court. Look at these guys inside the basketball court. There's the climbing wall. That's one thing about building new stuff. I miss this. I was thinking about that today. I love this basketball court. I'm a huge sports fan. And just doing all this yourself, coming up with it and building it. There's the hoop. There's D Wade, my boy. And then but you can see the railing system there. So my thought was, I'm going to probably have to use that because I got a ton of that stuff. I'm going to probably use that, and then I got to put it up here too. So anyways, the whole the floor, it's all floored now. Now that I got that all enclosed. So going from Thor's room here, and then this is downstairs. Let me just take a look. This is the front here. So that's where the dude is chilling down here. That's Thor's room. And then you have this open space apparently. So this is open. Maybe we can do something. I was actually thinking about making a change anyways. And then this area right here is where the kitchen is. So that'll be the kitchen most likely. And then the dinette. And then this is where the bedrooms are. So I'm going to build it around. And you can see the opening for the elevator right there. And then this is the beginning of the second floor, obviously, But what I've thought about is, looking at it, is the bedroom down here has this corner wall right here. I was actually thinking about possibly, like, making the bedroom come, like, maybe further down or move it over here somewhere or do something. Man. Oh, knocked her down. I feel bad. Sheesh. Look at this. These 2 friends are standing here in front of a friend's box. How ironic, right? Yeah, there's the friend's toy. I thought someday I should look and see if I have the ones that are on there. So yeah, I was thinking about kind of changing the bedroom around, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe I'll run it into the corner because there'll be a white wall right here. Well, there's a window here, so I'm going to put a window there. One of the things I wanted to tell you too was, moving, you can't even see it. It's crazy that all that work I did is just completely covered. But the hallway there, when you build stuff, like, people don't put the hallway on the outside and then on the inside upstairs. I mean, it's just not how you build. You always have it go incrementally. So that's why I said the kitchen would be over there, because the kitchen's downstairs. I mean, all the plumbing would be there. The plumbing for the bathroom would be here. The one thing I did think about putting in downstairs, and I didn't do it, and I just don't think I care enough at this point. Since it's all enclosed, I mean, what's the difference, right? But putting like a powder room, maybe, the smaller bathroom. Oh, by the way, I went by Hobby Lobby. I think if I go to Hobby Lobby, I can find some carpeting like that. Again, the bedrooms, you can these bedrooms, you can see into them. That looks pretty good. You can see I stopped the wall there, and then the beams cut across. There's this guy here with his helmet on, But yeah, the floor is all in now. When you look at it all the way across, this is the bedrooms. The one area I didn't have done, and then around the front. So it's so cool building all this stuff, just coming up with it in your mind and figuring it out. And then you get this kid and sells you this Thor unit, I got that whole thing built already. because of that kid. We got to make it higher or whatever, but that's great. I still love that. Thor, Asgard, when this guy in video controller, she's grabbing the controller herself. I mean, you got this cat over here, Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. Talk about spoiled. Look at this. It just laid out, So that's what we got here, Same kind of situation, I was thinking my cat's life is like my life when I was a kid in the 80s. I just assumed the food would be there. I didn't have to pay for anything. I had to go to a school, They forced me, believe me. I told my mom when I went to school, I'm going to make these people pay for forcing me to come here until they let me go. And the day they let me go, I started my company, and I've been in business for myself ever since. It's beautiful. Freaking beautiful. So that's what we got now. We've completely enclosed all the work we did. Or the bathroom, I guess. The kid with the Houston Rockets shirt on, he's in there on the can, so we'll leave him do his thing. I did put a shower in there. I got the light in there, the bed in there. Again, give me a comment if you think I should lift the bed up. I think I might put some rounds underneath it. Just looks weird down there like that. But that's the other thing too, the plugs in the floor. Sheesh. Lining all that up and having enough and all of that. It's just nuts. So I didn't put a TV in this room, actually. Some people don't like TVs. There's a TV in this room, I'm pretty sure, somewhere. So enclosed now, you can't even see anything. So it's frustrating, And then, like I said, down the hall down there. So that's where we're at, I feel like I want to make sure I'm happy with everything. Because once this bottom is done, you have to take everything apart to get back to it. So, but that's where we're at. I just got to do it, I guess. So what I have to do is re-brick, all of these sections here so that it comes. So we're starting the second floor like we started the first floor. That's actually all done. So that's what it looks like, and I was thinking about it when I looked at it. I like the way the blue looks, by the way. But I like the way the blue and yellow, that color scheme was my high school colors. I played ball. But I was thinking, looking at that, and then it looks like that now. It's half of that, actually. So that's part of the problem is, with these, you get the full height. But with this now, you're only getting half the height. And that's why we're getting trapped in there. So I don't think there's much I can do, but I'm thinking about it and trying to come up with ideas. But I think the idea is to move on to the next floor. So as I always say, thank you so much for watching these videos and staying till the end, So thank you and have a great day today and tomorrow. God bless America.